Qatar Open Roundup. Eala falls early as Qinwen returns with comeback win. The first round of the Qatar Open continues, and Eala was eliminated early by 18-year-old qualifier Teresa Valentova, who won 7-6, 6, 6-1 and continues to rack up victories at the start of the season after reaching the third round at the Australian Open. It was also the return of Qinwen, who overcame a tough debut against Sofia Kenin and managed to come back from a set down to advance to the second round with a 4-6, 6-1, 6-2 victory. The Chinese player was competing in just her second tournament in the last 8 months, and her first since October. Valentova downs Eala to claim first WTA 1000 main draw win. Teenager Valentova, number 48, continues in excellent form, securing her third consecutive victory at the Qatar Open after coming through qualifying. Including qualifiers and main draws, she now has 8 wins and 3 losses across her last 3 tournaments, this time earning her first victory in a WTA 1000 main draw. In the opening set, Valentova recovered from a breakdown at 2-4 and managed to take the set into a tiebreak. Eala, number 40, fought hard to save up to 3 set points against her in the tiebreak, but ultimately the Czech player claimed the set 7-6, 1. In the second set, the match was completely in Valentova's favor, as she secured 2 consecutive breaks and held flawless service games to win 5 games in a row. The Czech raced ahead to a 5-0 lead, with Eala not even reaching deuce in any of the games played. The Filipina managed to reduce the deficit before the end of the match with her serve, but Valentova showed no hesitation in closing out the victory 7-6, 6, 6-1. The 18-year-old made her debut in a WTA 1000 main draw on this occasion and did so with a win, taking another important step at the start of her career after reaching the third round in her Australian Open debut just a few weeks ago. She also secured a significant jump in the rankings and now sits at number 40 in the live rankings, her first ever appearance inside the top 40 so far. She will face compatriot Karolina Muchova in the second round, who comes off a straightforward win over Jacqueline Christian, 6-2, 6-3. Zheng Qinwen returns with comeback win in Doha. Zheng Qinwen returned to the courts after nearly 5 months away following her last appearance at the China Open, where she was forced to retire injured. By that point, she had already been sidelined for more than 3 months due to a nagging right elbow injury and subsequent surgery. The return of the reigning Olympic gold medalist was highly anticipated, and she lived up to expectations, defeating former Australian Open champion Sofia Kenin 4-6, 6-1, 6-2 in 2 hours of play. The Chinese player took longer than expected to fully recover physically, something that for now appears to be paying off with a positive result. She produced a strong level in the opening set, firing 8 aces, landing 61% of her first serves and winning 82% of those points. However, a single early break in Kenin's favor ended up deciding the set for the American, who took it 6-4. However, Kenin was unable to maintain her service level in the following sets, nor withstand the constant pressure applied by her rival, especially on the second serve. Zheng remained dominant on serve for the remainder of the match, finishing with an outstanding 85% of points won on first serve and a total of 20 aces. Kenin, meanwhile, has now suffered 5 consecutive defeats and has just 1 win so far this season. Zheng, for her part, secured her first victory, 4-6, 6-1, 6-2, since October, climbed several positions in the rankings to number 23, and now prepares for her second-round challenge against American qualifier Alicia Parks. Andreeva survives first set scare to reach Qatar Open third round. Mira Andreeva claimed a straightforward victory over Polish player Magda Linette, 7-6, 0, 6-1, and secured her place in the third round of the Qatar Open. The world number 7 was looking to start strong in Doha, following her surprising fourth-round loss at the Australian Open. The Russian begins as one of the favorites and comes in with a history of titles in the Middle East, considering that just 1 year ago she was the champion in Dubai. While Andreeva knows she is at a key moment of the season, she will defend her WTA 1000 titles in Dubai and Indian Wells in the coming weeks, and adding wins and advancing deep in Doha is essential to maintain a high ranking. Despite a challenging first set, Andreeva managed to overcome Lynette's resistance with great consistency on serve, 79% first serve in and 75% of them won, in addition to 4 aces and only 1 double fault. Andreeva faced several break points, but managed to come through in the key moments, saving 10 out of 11 break points against her while converting 3 out of 8 opportunities throughout the match. Andreeva even saved 5 set points against her when serving at 5-6 in the first set, sending everything to a tiebreak. From that point, the Russian dominated, not conceding a single point in the tiebreak and closing the first set 7-6-0. In the second set, she quickly took control, securing 2 consecutive breaks and finishing the match 7-6-0, 6-1 to advance to the third round. Her next opponent could be a rematch against Victoria Mboko, whom she defeated in the Adelaide final just weeks ago, although the Canadian must first overcome veteran Vera Zvonareva. Tennis Qatar Open Roundup: triumphs, upsets and comebacks in Doha. The Qatar Total Energies Open, a WTA 1000 event and one of the first marquee tournaments of the season, once again delivered drama, intrigue, and narrative twists in its early rounds in Doha, Qatar. Sunday and Monday's matches saw emerging stars seizing moments, established names returning from adversity, and the promise of what's to come in the 2026 tour. Glowing star: a tale of 2 stories, Eala's early exit and Zheng's return. 2 headlines anchored the start of the tournament. Alexandra Eala, the Philippines' rising tennis star, experienced a bitter early defeat, while Zheng Qinwen, the Chinese former world number 4, marked her long-awaited return with a gritty comeback victory. Each performance speaks to a very different journey on the WTA Tour. Chart-decreasing Alexandra Eala, promise meets a tough reality check. For Alexandra Eala, the Qatar Open was meant to be another step forward in her burgeoning career, but instead it marked a disappointing early exit. The 20-year-old Filipina, who has become one of the sport's most compelling young figures, not just for her talent but as a trailblazer from Southeast Asia, entered Doha hoping to make a statement. Yet in her opening match, she ran into 18-year-old Czech qualifier Teresa Valentova, a rising talent whose confidence has grown steadily amid strong early season results. Small blue diamond the match, close but cruel. Eala took the first set to a tiebreak, showing resilience and fight against an opponent who, just months ago, was playing lower-level events. But Valentova's level, particularly her aggressive baseline game and sharp serving, ultimately proved decisive. The Czech closed it out 7-6-6, 6-1, ending Eala's Qatar campaign in the round of 64. In the tight opening set, momentum swung back and forth. Eala clawed her way back from an early deficit, spiritedly leveling at 6-6 and even saving triple set point in the tiebreak. Yet Valentova responded with composure, a powerful return.